to talk about waiting, our waiting time, and what to do, things to do while we're waiting. I think they are very important, and you wonder why a whole lot of people go into depression. You wonder why people feel things aren't working, and this has no category. Someone can be so wealthy, when I mean wealthy, very rich, and be depressed. The fact that that person is rich does not mean the person does not have something is expecting, does not have an expectations, does not have something is trusting God for. Some people, they are not too wealthy, they are not poor, but life is just this kind of easy with them. But yet, they seems to not really happy because they have something they are waiting and hoping and trusting God for. So it doesn't matter whether you're rich, you're poor, you're well-to-do, you're about to do, you are in the middle of doing, whatever class of life you belong. We all have expectations. I am a Christian, and as a believer, it is said about me that my expectations will not be cut short or cut off, depending on the version of the Bible you are reading. So there's always a time of waiting in a man's life. We all have this time we need to wait on God, either we like it or not. Even if you are the type that do not like to hear about God, there are times you need to wait. And how do you know it's a waiting time? These are times where you want to, some of us have deadlines, some of us have expectations, we have dreams we want to achieve, we have expectations, we are setting deadlines for our goals and all of that. And especially those of us that like setting deadlines for our goals. Like by this time to this time, I should be able to achieve this, I should be able to finish this, I should be able to come up with this, I should be able to, you put your time, you put time on everything. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong in it. There's nothing wrong in doing that. But the waiting time here is a time whereby things didn't go the way you planned them. The time where you expect, by January 2023, I should be able to, I'll be able to pay up these bills, I'll be able to, I think I should be able to acquire a land, I think I should become a landowner by January and all of that, just having plan. And January came. It became Baba Boy. Nothing seems to be happening. Your expectations aren't coming forth. You can't even think of what to eat, let alone thinking of the plans to buy a land. And you're wondering, sometimes a whole lot of people see themselves as failure. Is a time you call yourself names. Is a time you see yourself as a failed person. If you have partners, some partner goes as far as calling their partners not responsible. It's a time where so many things is being said about you to you, and so many things is being said about you by your own self to your own self. These are times we now judge our life based on people's expectations. What will people think about me? What would they say? And she was flirting some weeks ago, he was flaunting some weeks ago, and now he can't do anything again, and now things are like this for him, and now these are like this for her. I think it's over for her. Those are your waiting times. Times you need to ask yourself some questions. And during the course of waiting, the devil is very crafty and is very cunning. It will make sure all of your gaze and your attention, that is, you focus your gaze and your attention on those aspects of your lives that are not working, on those aspects of your life that seems to be on a hold. It will make things look as though there can never be anything good about you again. It will make you see the end of you immediately. Those are your waiting time. And so I wrote down, this message is to me and to you as well, because I believe whenever God is sending me to say something, or God is giving me inspiration to say something, He's talking to me as well. I love hearing myself so well. In the past weeks, it has been back to back to back to back of me actually listening to myself, and I was like, wow, was I the one that said this? Oh, really? Was I the one that talked about this? And God has been using me to encourage me. It might be that for you as well. It might be like that for you as well. But I wrote here, dreams are good. It's okay to dream. There is nothing wrong. Having expectations is okay. There is nothing wrong in it. There is nothing wrong in you having expectations, because the Bible says that the expectations of the righteous will not be cut off. So there is nothing wrong. It doesn't mean if you're not a Christian, please. I'm just speaking out of the abundance of what I have on the inside of me. So permit that. It doesn't matter. So having expectation is okay. Setting deadlines for the goals isn't a bad idea. There is nothing wrong in it. But you need to know about time and season. You need to rediscover, because you have discovered reasons why you need to set goals. You need to achieve some things at some time, at a particular time rather. But it is also important that you know that you need to understand that some of these things may not happen the way you planned it. Some of these things will not happen or may not happen in your timing and in your seasons. So you need to understand the language of time and season. Okay? Also, I wrote here, but you need to know about, okay, I've talked about knowing about time and season. I'm not good at reading and talking, but I'm learning to, whenever inspirations come like this, maybe in my musing time, I write down things so as to be detailed when I'm doing all of the videos. Oh, you need to realize that some of these things may and may not happen. You need to learn to know that, like I said earlier, it is not about your own timing. They may not happen. They might not happen according to your plan. I think I've said all of this earlier. You see now, at the right time. Now, the question is, can you wait? Can you wait? And why should you wait? What are the things that happen while you are waiting? For me, I am waiting. I can wait, and I will wait. Now, why should I wait? Because those who wait upon the Lord, one thing God does is renew their strength. I'm a believer, like I said earlier. I understand that if I wait on God, on God's timing and His season for me, He will renew my strength. And before you know it, the speed at which I will move with when the waiting time ends will be different from the speed I was expecting to walk with. Because God will make things, I will be soaring higher and higher like an eagle. Why should I wait? Because in my waiting time, it's a time for me to discover me. It is always very important to discover yourself. Though depending on what you are waiting on God for, your motives about that waiting, those things you want to achieve, what are your motives? What are the motives that back it up? They are important as well. They have roles to play in it working or not working or coming to pass. So my waiting time is a time I've come to realize is a time to discover me. Who I am, how much have I understand God's purpose for me and my purpose here on earth. Where am I getting it wrong? What are the things I am doing too much that I need to slow down? What are the things I am doing and I am not doing too well that I need to improve on? Where do I need to balance it up? I need to discover me. I need to discover the kind of people around me. They says, show me your friend and I will tell you the kind of person that you are. If you do not want to yoke with them, they want to yoke with you. They want to rub you with their yoke. I don't know how to put that, but if you do not want to yoke with them, they want to be with you. Either you like it or not, they have one or two influence over your life. Who are the people influencing you? What kind of influence are you gaining? What happened? What kind of people do you have around you? I call it a circle of influence. What are the people? What kind of people do you have in your circle of influence? What are they impacting you with? What are you impacting them with? These are things you need to know. These are things I need to know. These are very important things. We're still talking about why we are waiting. While waiting, things we need to discover, things we need to know, the reasons why we are waiting. And also you need to learn. It's a time to learn. It's a time to unlearn. And it's a time to relearn. As you are discovering things, you need to learn new things. Oh, there are things you have known. You need to unlearn them. Hey, I used to think this thing is like this. Oh, really? I didn't know it's like this. I didn't know I can even do it this way. Oh, God have mercy. I never knew. You are unlearning. You have discovered something and you have to unlearn at that moment, so as to pick up the new things you learn, in as much as they are going to benefit your life and God's purpose for your life. And you need to relearn. There are things you have known. It's like someone who's got he saw a bachelor degree and the person is intending to go up and get masters, and it is not that you cannot hold on to your BSc, but masters make you upgrade. So when we relearn, we upgrade ourselves. Oh, some people, I'm not okay, I need to go on and do my PhD. It is just you rediscovering and relearning. There is nothing wrong in relearning. So in our waiting time, we learn, we unlearn, and we relearn. They are all important for our lives and for our destiny. It's a time where you and I need to make the right decisions. When we have plans, when we have things we want to do, sometimes, for me, I don't believe in anything wrong about being selfish. So if you call me being selfish, I don't care, because it's not wrong to be selfish. Just make sure you are not self-centered, because at some point in our life we all need to be selfish, but don't be self-centered. So you need to be sure about the kind of decisions you're making. So when we are making this decision, sometimes we okay, I'll not do this for myself. When I finish doing this for myself, I'll do this for my children. I'll do this for my this. I'll do this for my. It's all about you. Everything your plan, your decisions making are all about you. How does your decision? What impact would your decision make in the society? How are you impacting your world? Those are the reasons why you and I need to make right decisions. And also, I talk about working on that purpose. Now you might have discovered your purpose. For you, it might be that you know your purpose already. But the motive behind what you are waiting for, you need to work on it as well. Those are things that happen. It's a tough time. They don't just come this cheap like I'm talking about it. But you know what? These are things you need to learn as you go. While you're waiting, these are things you need to discover. Because your waiting time is never in vain. It's never a waste of time. It is a time to learn. It is a time to discover. It is a time to work on you. It is a time to know who you are and who are the people around you. It is a time whereby you have better understanding about life. It changes your perspective to life. It changes your orientation, everything about you, about life. It helps you to know that everybody cannot be you. If there's anything I have learned, is that everybody can be me. I'm just this go girl. I'm just this happy girl. I'm just happy for everybody. If something is happening to you, great things are happening around, I'm so happy for you. Because I know my time will come. And because I'm happy for everybody doesn't mean everyone around me or everyone that sees me wants me to be who they are saying. Meaning, it doesn't mean they are happy for me. Do I need to kill myself? Do I need to reduce myself because someone is not happy for who I am? I don't know how to fix my life. That's one thing I don't know how to do. I don't know how to fix it. I'm just me. Situations cannot bring me low. Because I don't see my situations. I see what God says about me. His promises for me. I work with God's promises for my life, not with the situations at hand. Because I do not know what happened the next minute. So if I say the situation should make me bow my head, and I need to go out and now look like get out, that kind of thing. I don't know how to do it. Because I believe in how I dress is the way I will be addressed. And I do not know what or who is at the door knocking at my door the next minute. Or even as I'm stepping out, I do not know who I'm going to meet, having an encounter with. It is not faking it till you make it. It is being you. It is being real. It is having an understanding of where you are going. So that waiting time is important for you, for me, and for every one of us. So you need to know the reasons why you are waiting. It is so important that you know the reasons why you are waiting. Otherwise, you will wait in vain. I'm not sorry to say. So, why am I waiting? It's important. It's so important. It's so important. And you know what? In your waiting, there are things you need to do. I've answered questions. What do you do after having discovered all of this? Having been able to answer all of these questions that will keep coming. So why do I need to wait and all of that? I've answered all that. In this waiting time, after all of these questions had been answered, what do I need to do now? What are the things when this thought of it is finished for you is coming to me? How do I handle them? How do I tackle them? How do I attend to them? And you know what? In your waiting, you can learn. While learning, that's why I said that. In your waiting, you can learn. And while learning, you can be hopeful. You know, we've talked about learning and all of that. While waiting, you need to be hopeful. And be very optimistic. If you don't know what it means to be hopeful and to be optimistic, please go and Google it. But in your waiting, you need to be very hopeful. And this time are the real times. For somebody, when you do not have food to put on your table, and you are hoping that God will bring food, and you are optimistic about the days where you will gladly have money. You dey look for wetin you go chop o. But you have to switch your reasoning. Say, one day I know say, even though you no pass 50 people, I go feed 50 people in a day. you are realizing why you are waiting already. Even though food no dey your own table, you don dey realize am, you don dey see am. So like I said, while waiting, you learn. And in your learning, you need to be hopeful and be optimistic. You need to be able to see, you need to be able to imagine, you need to be able to visualize that future you are waiting. You need to be able to, in fact, in you being able to see, in your seeing, you need to, if your own are to dance, you need to start learning your dancing steps. If yours is house, you need to be able to, if you can get an architect that will design the kind of house you want for you, have it, visualize the kind of house you want. That is when you can tell an architect, when the provision for getting an architect comes. You need to see it. For whatever you cannot see, you cannot get. So let the dream be as big as the whole world. If you cannot see it, you cannot achieve it. So you must be able to see. Oh, you must be able to see. And you need to know that your expectations will only come if you are able to see them, just like what I've just said now. And to wrap this up, I will need to let you know that in waiting, we achieve, we attain, and we become. If a man can wait, that is a man that will achieve. A man that can wait is a man that will attain. A man that can wait is a man that will become. So you must wait. And I must wait. Because the whole world is waiting for the manifestations of the sons of God. You may not understand that. I understand what that means. So don't give up. So you now can look into the opposite. Now look at everything I have said from beginning till this point. Imagine if all of these are not in your schedule while you are waiting. That's why people jump into depression. They become very isolated. They don't want to reason with anybody. I'm not saying even in your waiting, it might be a alone time with God. It may be a time. Everything we have said is even a time where you need yourself. Nobody may understand. People may not understand that time. But if it's a time you need to wait, please wait. Excuse me. If it's a time you need to be by yourself, on your own, please let it be. But your waiting will not be in vain, depending on what you are waiting on God for. Thank you very much. I hope someone is blessed. I hope someone has discovered something new. I hope this will encourage someone out there, and I hope whatever you are waiting for will be worth waiting for. Actually, that's what I want to say. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí, so ẹ má mind òyìnbó mi tó bá ń kọ́ mi lẹ́nu lẹ́yìn kankan, ẹ má worry. I'm just being me. You will not wait in vain. I will not wait in vain. When the time for manifestation finally come, you will not be fine wanting. I prevail will not be fine wanting. Èmi tí mo dúró náà ni màá lógo mi. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ dúró náà lẹ máa lógo yín. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ò ní gbà ṣe yín ṣe nígbà tí ṣe yẹn bá dé tán. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ò ní gbà ṣe mi ṣe ò nígbà tí ṣe yẹn bá dé tán. Because Yorùbá ní ọwọ́ tó bá ṣẹ́gun sí òun náà ló máa ń jèrè díẹ̀. So your waiting will not be in vain. Don't give up on yourself and on God, because God will never give up on you. Thank you so very much. Please follow us at Farida's Charity Foundation. Check on our website at faridascharityfoundation.com and .org. You can send us email, info@faridascharityfoundation. You can check us on our social media handle at Farida's Charity Foundation on IG and on Facebook. And please subscribe, like, comment, share with friends. Please, if we have up to 50 or more than 50 subscribers, I will be able to do video live. I won't need to do a pre-recording on our YouTube page. So please help us get there. We can do more. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless me. You see this video, I am not editing anything. The way you see am, now you go take am. Collect am as it be. They no born me born Oyibo. And this is not something I sit down and I done rehearsal about. No, this is not a rehearsing thing. This is reality. So if you want to know about reality, this is reality show. Thank you very much. God bless you and have a beautiful day.